Oh my goodness. I'm trying to sit on this stool. Oh, and I got the plant a little too close. So let's move you over. This is one of my little Hobby Lobby finds for $22 for that basic little tree. I'm loving it. And I thought I would just sit and chat with you a minute because I'm like, now that John and I are home from camping and a couple of little trips, we have been rearranging some rooms again. So first we went up in the attic and we were like, let's pull stuff down from the attic. And I have a pile of stuff. We'll maybe talk about that on a different video. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of that. But yeah, I'm kind of going through, like taking a deep dive into like the attic and things like that to kind of take stock of what's in there. John and I have been doing a lot of that, taking stock of our life at this point. So being retired for a few months now, we've had a chance to get a feel for what this is, the honeymoon period of retirement. There is sort of this honeymoon period, especially for John, where you wake up and you're like, oh, does not quite feel real. And we can go to lunch and kind of do things and plan trips and all of that. But at the same time, it feels a bit surreal. And yesterday, my little Yorkie wants up. I had an incident with him. I don't know if I'll share it on today's video or not. Come here. Come here. Come on. Oh. Okay, he wants up here, but I don't know if I'm trying to do a video where I don't do a lot of cuts and just keep it real, you know? So instead of like doing a lot of editing and things, those are fun when I do camping and stuff, but I like to just have real chats with you as well. But you know, there's like a honeymoon period. And so we're both sort of like, okay, we've had this fun summer camping. We've done more camping than we ever have. And we both enjoy camping. We do have a really nice kind of beach vacation coming up in a couple of months, which will be really fun. So we have something to look forward to, which I think is really important in life. I think we have to have something to look forward to. Yeah, he wants up on my lap. Okay, you stay and I'm going to get you. Come on. Okay. Probably have to do a little bit of editing after all, thanks to Roscoe. Basically, we did go to the park the other day for a picnic, and he had a little run-in with a part lab, part pit bull dog. I'm just saying his breed because that's just, you can kind of get a size. It's no judgment against either breed, but just get an idea of, you know, my 13-pound Yorkie, or he's 12 pounds now, compared to a part lab, part pit bull. So that dog, Roscoe was on a leash right next to me, and the other dog did not like, or from the time he walked, we were sitting there and this other dog came up into the park by us, and the family sat pretty much right behind us, and that dog did not like Roscoe from that first moment. And at some point, the dog found his way over to us. Roscoe had a leash on, he was attached to me, but the dog managed his way over and had Roscoe's head in his mouth. It was really, really scary. And not a scratch on Roscoe. I had one little bit of dog bite from him, and that was my fault because I put myself between Roscoe and the dog. That could have been a really bad thing. So I have a dust bunny. Probably because I was getting all the stuff out of the attic and bringing it down. The attic's not in this room, but the doorway to the attic is just out here. And so I brought a lot of stuff into here. So this room has now become a sorting room, but it will eventually become our new guest room. And our current guest room will become my ready room, where I kind of an extension of my makeup table and my shoes and my clothes, kind of like a big walk-in closet kind of thing. That's the plan. That's what we've decided. So as we retire, we really continue to look at simplifying our life and the function of our home and how we want to use our home at this point, you know. So, but anyway, yeah, 3 months into retirement, the honeymoon period is over, and I find myself kind of going, all right, winter's coming. We're at home right now between trips. We had a major storm blow through our power's gone off and on for about 2 weeks. We've had these major storms blow through, and one actually damaged John's 60-foot tower that's up on our roof that holds his antennas. There's a mast at the top, and then at the very top of that are these antennas, and they got blown over. So we have a boom truck, or I guess that's what you call that. We're trying to set that up for next week to come, because I told John, you are 60, he's 60 years old. You are not climbing to the top of that tower. All these years, he's always climbed up there, and you aren't doing it this time. We're hiring someone. So that's what's happening. We're trying to schedule that. And our whole town got just, there was a lot of damage. There was a roof that blew off a building. There were major trees that fell, and on power lines and that kind of thing, on cars, lots of damage. And we actually lucked out because our home is intact. No major damage to our home, except for that tower that's been standing for years and is solid. But that's, that's what happened with the storm. So that's okay. We can deal. And as we get older, though, we're anticipating, what are we going to be needing? How's our life going to change now? We might have to hire people more. We always did things by ourselves, but we may have to hire people to come in and help us with these bigger projects. So these are some of the questions we're asking ourselves. And, we own our home. It's a lot of my friends, talk about downsizing and moving to a low maintenance, senior living arrangement, so you don't have the upkeep. And I can completely understand, because it's freedom when you don't have to every little thing that you have to deal with. And it is impacting our ability to go and do what we want to do when we want to do it. So, but that's okay. For now, we're going to stay put, and we're going to continue to take care of our home and maintain it, but we're simplifying it, just simplifying it as much as possible. And yeah, so that's kind of what's going on. And Roscoe's okay. He did have, we had a scare, and I thought it would traumatize him. I really did. But you know what? Yorkies are resilient. It has not seemed to faze him one bit. In fact, we went over to visit my sister, and they have a dog next door that's a little bigger than Roscoe, and that dog started barking, and Roscoe went right towards him. And I don't know if Roscoe feels very protective of me, that he doesn't think twice about putting himself between myself and another dog. That's kind of what I think. He just wants to protect me. Isn't that a good feeling? But I've talked to him, and I said, you better not get yourself hurt. But he's always on a leash. We're very mindful of other dogs when we're around. And I would never let him off of a leash, even though he wouldn't hurt anybody. I would always keep him on a leash, because you just don't know. Things happen, and like a squirrel could run by, or a little chipmunk. I've had him just take off after a chipmunk, just out of the blue. You just don't know. And I've talked to other Yorkie owners who have lost their Yorkies because they fell out down a hole, or up in the mountains, because they were chasing a little critter or something. I don't know. I don't know if all Yorkies are like that, but that's how he is. So, all right. So I'm gonna be hopefully doing a few more videos like this, where I'm just kind of updating you on some of the projects. And yeah, one big project is going through the stuff from the attic, and it's kind of fun. It's like some old stuff from when the kids were little. It's, I'm organizing home decor, and I've got a lot of home decor. So I'm going to, be organizing that. And we're calling this a home sprint. We're going to be home. We're going to be home for at least a couple of weeks. We were going to go out camping next week, but the storm and having the boom truck come out, it has impacted that, and that's okay. That's all right, because we do need to get some stuff done, and maintaining this home is really important. So that's what we're going to be doing. So, all right, guys. Well, that's my little chit chat from my empty nest today. How about that? Let's see. That's that's my update. So I hope that you're doing well and you're healthy and you're taking care of yourself, and just take stock of where you are today, and don't compare your life now to what it was when you were younger, or to other people who you feel might be in a better situation than you or a worse situation. You've got to really take stock and inventory of your own life. And that's the biggest thing we've learned here in retirement, is that we have to keep our eye on what our goals are and what we want for our life. And I think that's what's going to make us all, I don't know, happier, more at peace. Let me know in the comments if you have any tips for me or any comments. I always love hearing from you. So do leave me a comment, and do give me a thumbs up if you like videos like this, so I know to do more of this type. I like chatting with you. Hopefully I've said something that is of interest and, makes a difference in your day today. All right. Thanks so much for watching. Take good care.